Hello, welcome back to my channel. Some women are really good at that I'm just putting my hair up quickly into a messy top knot for housework thing. I get this. I can't put my hair up quickly into a messy top knot for housework thing. I can't do it. It's not my forte. And OMG, doesn't it look grand now? Right. Why am I putting my hair, or attempting to put my hair, up into aforementioned messy top knot, blah blah blah? Because I have a product review to show you. So, a while back, the guys at ULTENIC got in touch with me and asked me if I would be willing to do a product review on one of their vacuum cleaners. They do a range of vacuum cleaners, including a robot vacuum. Whilst I would love a robot vacuum, I live with this one. And I feel fairly confident that no matter how well a robot vacuum was made, it would not survive Attack of the Killer Lunatic there. So when they'd said that they also do stick vacuums, I thought that's the one for me, and they asked me if I would review the ULTENIC U10. So it arrived a couple of weeks ago. And I thought, firstly, what we would do is we would unbox it together. I have unfastened the tape on the edge of the box so that you didn't have to watch me struggling with that. But apart from that, I haven't even lifted the lid. So I thought we'd unbox it together, see what's in the box, and then have a crack at seeing how it deals with the dog hair of 3 dogs. I have, just in case you're new to my channel, I have 3 dogs in this house. There is the aforementioned crazy one there. Just behind me, let me see if I can lift the... That one is Kai, and he is a husky collie cross. He molts like he's going to get an annual bonus if he does a good job. The third dog is Buddy. He is a wire-haired terrier, and he doesn't molt that much. So to be fair, he doesn't create a lot of fur. But all 3 of them like to paddle around in the mud and come back in and wallow around, and so they create a lot of dust in that way, a lot of general detritus. So this vacuum cleaner is going to have to cope with the hair of 2 and a bit dogs. Also, I shed like there's going to be a bonus. So does Natalie. Anthony not so much. So it's going to have to cope with 2 girls with long hair, 2.5 sheddy dogs, and all the general muck and stuff as well. Can it do it? Let's see. Okay, I've changed seats to improve the lighting. Here is the ULTENIC U10 cordless stick vacuum cleaner. It's 250 watts. So at this point we're going to switch to voiceover because there are long periods where I simply didn't speak because I was too busy reading or trying to work out what I was doing. First thing out the box is a little thank you card from the ULTENIC team to thank you for purchasing from them. And next up is the instruction booklet. This is where I hit my first hurdle because none of the instructions were in English. However, it's a vacuum cleaner. I'm a sophisticated woman of the 21st century. I've met vacuum cleaners before. How difficult could this possibly be? So this first box contained the actual motor head part of the vacuum cleaner. I found this to be quite heavy compared to the old Dyson that I have, but it does have a slightly more powerful motor than the Dyson, so I think perhaps that's it. Next out of the box is the power section. So this bit removes for charging, which I thought was quite good. This means that you could put the vacuum away and simply have this little bit on charge in an unobtrusive corner somewhere, and it simply slots in and clicks into place. Very simple to do. So at this point my vacuum cleaner is looking more like a hairdryer than anything else. It's time to find some more accessories and bits and bobs and get this thing built up. Once I've removed all the component parts and accessories from their packaging, I did refer back to the instruction booklet, which does at least come with handy pictures for you to see what kind of clips into which bit.
That this might take some time and you'll be back another day. I can see us breaking down the barrier. Oh yeah. With the speed of light we cross the stratosphere. Oh yeah. We can go so far.
It does come with a wall mounting clip, so that if you want to hang it up in a cupboard or whatever out the way, you can do. That is an option, as you can see shown here.
Baby, let's go far, so far, you and me.
So I popped on to charge briefly just so that I could test it out.
Let's dance the night away, we're locked together, far away, you and
One thing I particularly liked was it is a one-click start and stop. Once you press that button, it starts, and my Dyson you had to hold that, which actually you found that your trigger finger became a little bit weary after a while of holding that in. So this one is click on, click off. It has the little light up display on the top, and that tells you when the intelligent dust sensor is working. So essentially the vacuum has two settings, but if it detects that there is more dust that needs to be sucked up in a particular area, it will switch to the higher setting to increase the suction all on its own, which is quite clever. So let's try it out first of all on this shaggy rug that I have in the front room. You may be able to hear the sound of the motor changing, and that is when the intelligent dust sensor is kicking in. So I'm not changing the settings using my finger on the trigger, it's just changing it automatically when it detects more dust in a certain place. And I soon discovered that the suction was so powerful on this little machine that it was lifting my rug, and I was having to use it in a purely pulling towards me motion because the suction was actually too strong for the weight of my rug.
we'll dance all night till the break of dawn. Come on now, let your feelings show. Oh baby.
At this point I removed the suction head and just used the hose for the hard floor areas. Just behind the door there, that's a real hair trap. Little dust bunnies of hair collect behind there, and so I tend to just use the open-ended hose with the vacuum cleaner for those areas. And again, the suction was really good, cleaned up very nicely over there. So as you can see in this clip, there is a handy light at the front for those dark and awkward corners so that you can actually see whether you've managed to collect everything you needed to. This seemed to come on and off automatically, so I think it must detect when light is needed. There's a strange satisfaction in admiring the lines that are left behind when one vacuums a heavy pile carpet. So at this point I had the suction head back off and I was just playing around making lines in the rug. We've been locked down for a long time, okay? My ideas of fun have changed. Okay, first impressions. It's this end fairly heavy. I should say that I've had a Dyson stick vacuum before. Nice and lightweight, really, really loud. Doesn't really do the job with the dog hair. So this, slightly heavier than the Dyson at this end, but much more lightweight at this end. As you can see, it experienced a little bit of hair wrap, which is going to happen in a house with this much hair and all these dogs and women. That is going to happen. I wonder if this head would be better for coping with that kind of thing. With the instructions being in Chinese, unfortunately, I can't see what this head is called, whether this is called the coping with a hairy house head. So that head might cope differently. There is a little slidey thing there to remove this head. Really simple. I lifted that straight out. So I'm going to pop this head in. It literally slots in and you close that again and that's that done. So I'm going to leave that head on and I'm going to attach the head directly to the dust collecting bit. and do a bit of bendy downy stuff and see how I get on with that. I find with the stick, because it's a very light rug, it was lifting it, so that does show the suction's quite good. No, Molly, no. No! If anything, that lifted the rug more, but then like I said, maybe it's because this is a very lightweight rug and it's not pinned down very well by the furniture, which it should be. But overall, it does seem to be picking up. Let's open it and find out what it's collected just off of the rug so far. So I got myself a clean surface to empty it out on, and it's a simple twist to undo mechanism. So the dust collecting chamber part there just comes in half. Twist that, undo, and then pull out the filter. As you can see, it collected a fair amount of grime for my house already, just in those few minutes of trialling. And this part I was a little unsure of until I discovered there is a little handle, and then you pull the secondary part of the filter out of the way. That pulls the chamber out, and then you're able to empty the dust out from the main collection point. Simply popped it all back in and clipped it back together again. Now, bearing in mind that at the time I filmed this I'd only had the rug about a week, and it had been vacuumed with my ordinary vacuum cleaner in that time as well, that's quite a surprising and unpleasant amount of muck and grime, isn't it, that pulled up. I have to say, I think the ULTENIC has a stronger suction than my ordinary vacuum, definitely, to be able to pull all that out of there. I think that's pretty impressive. Gross, but impressive for a rug that didn't look dirty. I knew that it hadn't been vacuumed. Today's Friday. It was vacuumed very, very thoroughly on Tuesday, and I knew it hadn't been done since then, but even so, it didn't look dirty, and that's pretty gross, isn't it? I'm going to pop it on charge for a bit, because although it did have some charge straight out the box, I feel it'd be better for a full charge before I can give it a true test, and then I'm going to go and try the bedroom carpets in a bit. Well, my bedroom carpet. So there it is on charge. The lights are flashing for charging. I presume that when it's fully charged, those lights will become solid. Maybe they'll go off. Okay. Challenge 2 for the ULTENIC U10 is Natalie's bedroom floor. So she's got this really nice plush rug. Nat, put your foot in the rug so they can see how plush it is. Really nice plush rug, which is nice and deep and retains lots of crud. Yeah. And then, as you can see, a really cruddy carpet as well, because Natalie sheds even worse than I do. So this is going to be a real challenge for the U10 to see if it can deal. Yeah. So this is the bit that was under the rug, and then this is the bit that wasn't. So hopefully you should be able to see improvement. No. That is picking up much better than our Dyson does. Our Dyson has pretty much given up. This is a very, very old carpet, as you can see. It's got bits of sticky tape on it where rugs were stuck down in the past.
We've had it for 15 years.
It's been down a very, very long time. It's not going anywhere anytime soon either. Molly, no! But actually, the U10's doing a really good job. I'm quite impressed with that.
Yeah, that is good. But this wasn't a Hoover the other day too, didn't it?
Yeah.
It's sharp.
Look at wire.
I just want to get that middle bit by your foot. Alright, hold on. Very lightweight. I like that.
Can you say that again?
Lightweight!
It's very lightweight, she says.
This is it. Oh, that's very good on the power. It can make waves.
That is not a good thing. So, hair wrap. I talked about a little bit about hair wrap earlier on. As you can see, Natalie's room is the hairiest place in the world. I'm going to cut that off, and then we're going to use the attachment to do along the bottom there. Okay, the fact that that just clicks out so easily is an absolute dream. I've just de-haired that in seconds. So I really like that, the fact that that bit just pops out to get the hair off. Natalie's got the Crevice Tool on now. And she's going to go just along this edge here. This bed is immovable. It weighs so much that we cannot lift it
Yeah,
to
it's because
clean
of this bit, because we built it up.
Yeah, because we built it up for my dodgy knees when it was my bed. So we cannot lift it to clean it. So the best we can do is get the crevice tool on there and see how that gets on. Let me interview you. Okay.
I think it's good.
That was a brilliant interview. Thank you so much. She thinks it's good.
Well, it's not too heavy.
She's got a hair mask on, by the way, just in case you're thinking, oh my god, look how greasy her hair is. She's got a hair mask on.
It's not too heavy, so it's like good for everyone. Like the kids could use that.
They won't, but they could.
No, but like thinking of like Nan.
Yeah.
Better price than the Dyson. The 2 functions is good. It's done much better down here than either of the other Hoovers, which is a Dyson and a Shark. The battery seems to be lasting okay.
Yeah, I'm impressed. We've only charged this for about half an hour. So it's got whatever charge it had when it came in the box and about half an hour's charge on top. And our Dyson would have run out by now, so pretty impressed with that.
Yeah. Especially for the price point, I think that's a good Hoover.
Yeah.
Especially for people with hair, because of this thing.
Yeah. Okay, it's got one more test to do. I'm going to take it and do my bedroom floor with it. And my bedroom floor has not been hoovered for... My bedroom floor has not been hoovered for a week. So it's going to get a proper challenge in there. I'm going to lift the rug up and do the carpet underneath and everything. Okay, so I'm going to lift my rug up and do the floor underneath it.
So there are some little bits of like dog toy. This bit down here will be quite hairy because this is where Kai likes to sleep at night. So as you can see...
Sorry for the light in here, by the way. It's the back of the house. There is no light at the best of times. Okay, all that's left to do is my rug. Okay, back to my usual cluttered background. Thought we'd just do a bit of a roundup. So, things I really like are the fact that it is more lightweight than the Dyson, the fact that the battery power seems to be better. I certainly got longer using this than I do with the Dyson. I really like how easy it is to remove that roll bar and take the hair off it. Really like that. That's a major plus, because like I said, this is a hair wrap household. No matter how much we try, there's a lot of hair in this house and it always wraps. I even had a shark, an anti-hair wrap shark, wraps around that just the same. Things that I find less appealing are the dust emptying mechanism. That could be easier. I think I've been spoilt with the Dyson where you just pull up a thing and it empties out. This one you have to unclick it, take out the filter and that, and empty it that way around. So that was. And I would have liked a set of instructions in English. Even though it was actually really very intuitive putting it together, I would have still liked a set of English instructions, because I feel like if I do have any trouble with it, I don't have any troubleshooting page in English. I only have it in Chinese. The clippy sections are stiffer than on the Dyson. That's probably a good thing. That's probably a plus point really, but it was different to get used to. Oh, and the other thing that I really liked is the fact that, drop that on the dog, is the fact that you click it on and you can let go. If you're an idiot and you put your face next to that vent, you'll get dust in your eye. Muppet. But yeah, click it on and let go and it stays on. Unlike the Dyson, where I have to hold that trigger in the whole time. As soon as I let go of the trigger on the Dyson switches off. So that was a major plus to me, to not have to hold the trigger in the whole time. All in all, I really quite liked it. I'm quite impressed. Can have a quick look at the ULTENIC website. $199 US. So what's that in English money? So there we go. It's £145, but orders will be processed in US dollars. So all in all, for £145, I think that's a good vacuum cleaner. It seems strong, it seems well made, it seems sturdy. It certainly picked up a lot of crud and found a lot of crud in our rug that I hoped wasn't there, and a lot of crud on the bedroom floor that I knew was there. So all in all, I'm pretty impressed with it. I would like instructions in more than one language. I think that's my biggest bugbear on that. But it is a good vacuum. It does collect dust well. And yeah, all in all, if you're looking for a new handheld cordless stick vacuum, I think this might be a good buy. I do think it might be a good buy. It certainly has impressed me more than my Dyson. And I mean, that we think about Dyson as being the be-all and end-all. I think this is better than my Dyson. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think in the comments box below. Remember to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you again soon. Take care. Bye bye.